Alright. Looks like we are... We're off. There we go. Alright, looks like we are good to go. I will start the prediction. Alright, there we go. I sure hope an evil man with a monocle doesn't show up. I have some very unfortunate news for you within the next minute. Alright. Welcome in, everybody. Like I mentioned, we got a round 1 match going on here. This is our final restream for today. We have Furus, and we have Wheels. I will recap the seeding. I believe, yeah, Furus is the 6th seed in the tournament. Wheels is 27th seed. Wheels entered the tournament without a PB. However, has improved their PB to a 1... On their splits, it's a 135-16. Should probably do this so you can actually see my Discord thing on stream. Alright, there we go. So both runners going through prologue right now, just putting the pure heart in the pillar. This should be an interesting match today. I know Furus is playing on Japanese disc, and I believe Wheels might be on JPVC. I'm not totally sure. I think so. Okay, nice. Wheels confirming on JPVC. So Wheels will be saving a good portion of time over Furious just based on loads. Definitely is a bold choice. Yeah, obviously there is the risk of a crash. Obviously hoping to see none of those throughout the tournament. We do have quite a few runners playing on JPVC. Both runners actually got golds for prologue. Will's got a 544, and then Fierce got a 546. 2 golds. Nice. So yeah, this is the second to last round 1 match that we have. The winner of this match will go on to play Damage Dude in round 2. And then the loser will go to Losers round 2 somewhere. Let me find it. Or excuse me, no. I was so confused trying to find this. It's actually they'll go to Losers round 1 and play Nintensive. My bad, I was looking at the wrong portion of the bracket there. So both these runners will have their next opponent set, and we mentioned this earlier, but we do have another restream tomorrow, this exact time tomorrow night. It'll be Manta and Druz. That'll be the final round 1 matchup. And then we have a bunch of more matches scheduled, or not currently scheduled, but will be scheduled soon. Castle and I just scheduled our round 3 match for next week, so we'll have a bunch more of those coming in. So it should be a fun week. We'll have another week of more pit percent. So both runners going to flip in 3D these 2 rooms of Bestovius' house. Obviously got the 3D flip ability. Picking up a Shell Shock that'll likely be used in room 89 of the pit. Shroom Shake, nice to have a 10 HP heal, and then the Fire Burst is for waking up Peach during Enter 2. Got a Turley Leaf, gonna go for it. Fierce also got a Turley Leaf drop. Not gonna pick it up. It's honestly not the worst item to pick up, just because when you activate it, it will activate very quickly. Wheel's getting a couple extra coins there, just getting about 19. Probably gonna stop by the 1-2 shop. And obviously, big point of the run coming up. Fierce gets Pal Pills, but both runners going to do the 1-1 Squiglet grind. Wheels gets a Fast Flower, and going to just start the grind as is. We'll probably use the Fast Flower just as a Way to run really fast to the end of the room there. That was a nice grind from Furious. Very fast. 37k. And great grind from Wheels as well. 36.5. Furious actually almost at 38k. Yeah, Furious, that was very, very clean. That was tons of small bounces and saved a good portion of time there. But Wheels pretty much pulled some of that time back, being able to sprint to the door. So both runners are good on points for now, don't have to worry about anything. And coming up, we've got 1-2. I believe from the looks of it... We'll see, I'm trying to tell who may or may not be doing GBS currently. Both runners are able to do GBS if they would like. Both are on the Japanese version. Both revisions of Japanese can do GBS. For US, only Revision 0 is able to do the shop clip. Wheel's gonna pick up some more coins here, up to 33. That would be enough for 3 Shroom Shakes. Alright, I'm interested to see what'll happen here in Yold Town. I believe Furious is going to go for GBS. We'll forego the shop. It does really only have 13 coins, so only would be able to buy a Shroom Shake or 2 Fire Bursts. Gets the out of bounds clip doing Dark Room. Wheels will shop. Very nicely done with the out of bounds movement there for Dark Room. Lines up with the sign. Gonna go for the 1 frame. Very nicely done. And then just final jump over the gap. And there we go. That is GBS. Executed very well. Looks like Wheels will also be going for GBS. Wheels got, I believe it was 3 Shroom Shakes, as I mentioned. The 33 coins there. Shroom Shakes cost 11 coins each. Going for Dark Room as well. Nailing the movement first try. Very nicely done. Interact with the sign. Also going for the 1 frame. Just trying to get that up input. Unfortunately, took damage there. Furious on the 1-3 grind here. Does get the 1 frame, climbing all the way up. Looking to jump over. Nicely done from Wheels. Very nicely done. Both runners are going to be ahead of their PB. Wheels golded that split. Only about a second ahead. Furious is about like 58 seconds. About a minute ahead of their PB. So 2 really good GBSs there from both runners. Looks like Fierce going for the 3D jump. Times it perfectly. Very well executed. Love to see that. Alright, so the Chunks fight here. Obviously, just going to grab Chunks with Throw. You can get a bunch of extra points just by doing what Fierce is doing here. Just lining up with this right wall. Doing a bunch of stylish. Nice. Alright, so these runners are honestly just a Chunks fight apart. Wheels pretty much entering as Fierce is leaving. Fierce gonna go for ICS. This should be good. Just gonna wait for it. There we go. And then gonna be going for Blue Pedestal Skip. Here to close out 1-3. Gets it first try into the star block. That was a very, very clean 1-3. Wheels with a very clean Chunks fight as well. This should be a lot of points. Yep. Got up to 1,500 there at the end. Actually got the 60k level up off of that. That was a really good... I think that's like the earliest I've seen 60k. Well, besides the Fast Flower. I've seen that, but... Wheels technically did get a Fast Flower. We'll be able to back this up. Yep, nice. I believe that yellow platform there is slightly lower than the door platform, so I think it's a little easier, more lenient to land on. I don't know that for sure. I just think it's just observation. Wheels going for Blue Pedestal Skip as well. Gets it. Very nicely done. Fierce with the Throw Lock. All the strats are being pulled out today. Oh, got it. Just unfortunately missed the flip input there and fell off. Nice, there we go. Just jumping up into the wall. And key early. There we go. Yeah, really, really clean Chapter 1. Honestly, from both runners so far. Wheels will be going for the life shroom. Does take about like 15-20 seconds to get this, but it is worth it in the pit, that is for sure. Having a life shroom, you are definitely able to play a little more freely than you normally would. Unless you cook it. Yeah, you could get a 30 HP heal. I think that's what it was. Something like that. I forget what exactly it turns into when you cook it. Wheel's going for key early as well. looking to get the out of bounds clip. I think just unfortunately letting go just a little too early. Got it there, unfortunately fell out of bounds, yeah. To me, this was always like the tricky part with key early. Nice. Onto the quicksand. Clipping out of bounds is consistent if you time it right. It's just landing back on the quicksand is some pretty interesting movement. Does get the strat, though. Alright, so Wheel's not too far behind. Furious about to get on top of Fractail. I'd say there's about like a minute in between these runners. We'll see. I'll be able to tell you when they split after Chapter 1 here. Oh, that's unfortunate. Fierce was just like a frame away from facing the other direction there. Gonna set up for the 3D flip strat. That should be good. Nice. Gonna do it one more time. Very nicely done. That is a clean Chapter 1 all around from Fierce. That should be well ahead of Fierce's PB. It'll be a 25-05 from Furious on that Chapter 1 split there, which is a very good Very, very good time. Unfortunately, Wheels too far to the left there for the 3D strat. I think we'll have another attempt at it. I'll go ahead and switch audio here. Nice. Alright. Got it 1 out of 2. That saves time. Alright, so 27-11 there for Wheels. About like 2-minute difference so far. Which obviously won't matter in terms of the pit in the end. What's up, J Dragon? Fierce is back in Flipside. We'll be cooking the Fire Burst momentarily after talking to Merlin here. What's up, Justin? Yeah, it turns out the the submissions pretty much ended up even. About 15k gold bars for either side, which should be exciting. Got a high stakes match.
Oh. Yeah.
Does Fierce have a PB that's not on SRC? I'm looking at Fierce's splits currently, and it says 124.52. When I put the times together for the tournament, I believe it was a 125 flat. So that might be the case.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah. Okay, Fierce has a 126.33 on speedrun.com, so definitely has improved the PB quite a bit. I believe that would be that 124 should be 14th, I think. How did GBS go? Both runners went for it. Fierce got it pretty much perfectly. Wheels got the Dark Room move it perfectly, and did take a couple tries for the one frame, but got that and got the jump over, so both runners did GBS. Honestly, Wheels has been doing a lot of the early game strats as well. Did key early, did all this stuff in 1-3, so that's been cool to see. So Fierce does have Peach gonna be putting the Pure Heart in the pillar. Will's not too far behind, just going to unlock Peach now. Yeah, that would be really interesting, actually, to track that by the end of the tournament. Yeah, it is interesting. Wheels, I mentioned earlier, didn't submit, or didn't have a PB at the time I put the bracket together, but I think currently has a I'm looking at a 135.16 on their splits. I don't know if that's accurate. Yeah, I know Bringle PB'd by like a good amount before the tournament. I think has PB'd during the tournament as well. Nice strat there for Wheels. Putting in the Pure Heart in the pillar. Fear is just getting this key. Potentially going to be seeing blue switch early in the next room, I believe. Maybe. I actually don't know. We'll see. Okay, going for Goomba Jump. I have some unfortunate news for the Kevin fans around the world. Unfortunately, Kevin is no longer with us. I think the only item drop I've seen so far was... Well, technically Furious got the same item drop, but Wheels picked up a Turtley Leaf in 1-1. Furious almost at the 60k level up. Probably will get it, like... Probably on this enemy down here. Fresh veggie drop, there it is. Another item drop. Nice. Alright, so both runners 60k before going into the pit.
Me.
Wheels getting Goomba Jump as well. Does get another heal drop. The Peachy Peach will not be able to pick it up, unfortunately. Alright, making our way to the pit. Somehow got hit by that shell. I have no idea how. Chris going for the boomer throw. Second try, very nice. Should be about 50 seconds ahead of PB entering the pit. $39.23, nice. Alright, so as we get into the pit here, obviously we'll be dealing with a ton of RNG elements, which is something that makes these matches so much fun to watch, because you really never do know what's going to happen. Basically, each room will have the same room layout, same type of enemies, same number of enemies, but it is completely random which one contains the key, so runners will be killing each enemy as fast as possible. Just clearing out rooms pretty much as fast as possible till they find the key. Any item drops that you get are completely RNG. The enemy spawn locations are RNG. And then the entry and exit door locations are linked into pairs, but which one you get is also RNG, so lots of luck-based elements all throughout the pit. Both runners will be looking to get their next level up, which will be at 90k, so they're both good ways away. Fierce is at 19 HP. Wheels will be entering at 12. You'll probably see runners hold off as long as possible without using a heal. You see some throw strats there. There we go, got the key. Believe the door is on the top floor, yeah. Nice key there for Furus. Alright, I'll do a quick room check. So Wheels should be entering room 3, yep. And Furus entering room 9, so only about a 5-room difference. Going to be in 11. And then Wheels will be in room 4. Using throw on this floor is actually a pretty nice strat. Floor 12's usually about the point where you have to switch back to Boomer. Fierce will not have to, however. There are 2 spiked enemies on this floor, but got a very nice key there. We'll switch back to Boomer here, obviously. These Schlurp enemies require Boomer, unless you do some out-of-bounds strats. You see on Wheel's screen with these Sproings, purposely splitting them into 3 like miniature Sproings gives you a little bit of extra points there. It's a good strat. It's Fierce on another Schlurp room here. So unfortunately, Wheels got poison there. Thankfully, did get a nice dried shroom drop there. Down to 7 HP. We'll probably have to heal sometime soon. Okay, that was so stupid. Whatever just happened to Furus. Kicked the shell and then got hit by the shell. Nice. You love to see that. You gotta love Super Paper Mario. Ooh, does get a nice 12 HP there. Some fresh steak. Alright, so room 19 is the Koopa Troll room. Both these runners are very good on points, so don't have to worry about not being able to kill it. Fierce, thankfully, not gonna have to worry about it. Alright, so room 20, or excuse me, room 21 here for Fierce, pretty much. Yeah, I don't think Fierce has a Fire Burst. I think Wheels should have a Fire Burst, I believe. Alright, so room 16 for Wheels, room 22 for Fierce. Gonna let these boos sort of merge over. There we go. Nice. So on Wheel's screen, whenever you see enemies that have, like, dotted outlines here, just basically means they can flip into 3D along with Mario. Oh, okay. Oh, did get the key, okay. So yeah, there's no geometry in the room in 3D, so everything will just fall to the ground, pretty much. It's a very quick way to get everything on one level. Tons of tiny springs there for Fierce. Okay. So room 25 is another potential soft lock room if you're below 60k with the chain shot. If you're below 60k, you won't be able to damage it with Boomer, and the only way to kill it is to despawn if it's on the ground, the bottom floor. Or you would have to use a Shell Shock, or I think it's a timing a PAL block at like the right time. There might be another item you can use, I'm not sure. Wheels, unfortunately, does not have a Fire Burst. I might have been wrong about that. Did get a very nice setup with all 6 on screen there. Fierce just got past the first Daisy room of the run. That's also a really nice first key there. Wheels is down to 4 HP, is about under 9,000 points away from a level up. Does have plenty of heals though, so that's unfortunate last key. I think both runners probably got last key on this room. Fierce is down to 9 HP, pretty much about the same distance away from 90k. There's a nice enemy layout for Fierce. I don't know if the door is top left or top right. Hopefully top left. Unfortunately not. Yeah, gonna have to take the pipe over. That's unfortunate. Looks like Wheels did use a heal there. Up to 14 HP. Wheels did buy 3 Shroom Shakes at the Flipside shop. Or, excuse me, the 1-2 shop. So should be pretty good on heals for now. Alright, Fierce entering the 30s, starting out with 31. And then Wheels is on 24, so still, honestly, still about the same distance between these two runners. Fierce trying to deal with these Tyloids. Unfortunate last key there in the Tyloid room. Fierce did play that very well. First key in the Elongator room. Fierce down to 4 HP. Thankfully, these enemies only do 1 damage, and gets the level up right there. So it doesn't have to worry about it. Will's got a Daisy Tear drop. It's another really good key for Fierce there. Unfortunately, Wheels has to go to the other side of this room. Not only is the daisy room just annoying because of the daisies, but this room layout is also very irritating sometimes. First sighting of Ninjos there from on Fierce's screen. The Ninjos have a chance of not dying and just turning into a bomb and respawning. Used to think it was a 50-50 chance, but I believe it has been confirmed it's like 70-something. And I don't know if the 70-something is for turning into a bomb or not turning into a bomb. I actually don't know for sure. I'll have to look. It's a good key there for Fierce. Wheels had the same unfortunate door spawn in this room. So Fierce is almost done with the 30s. Wheels is about to start the 30s here. Wheels is down to 5 HP. The next level up for both runners will be at 120k. So we'll probably see another heal pretty soon from Wheels. Gets an alright key there in that toilet room. First key clubber room. Any first key clubber room is a great room. First key in the Poke room. Wow. So 2 first keys in a row there for Fierce. That was a really good strat there. Nice. Fierce got the key there in the Tyload room. Had some nice enemy locations there as well. Looks like all these enemies are on the top floor there in 46. Gonna flip to bring a few of them down, and does get the key that way. That's a good strat. Alright, 37 for Wheels. I believe this is 47 for Fierce. Yep. Fierce gets a Peachy Peach drop. It's a nice 10 HP heal. Still about a 10 room difference here. Wheel's gonna heal. Was down to 3 HP there. The Magic Koopas are just a very annoying enemy to deal with. Just have projectiles flying at you. Fierce also in a Magic Koopa room. Thankfully, gets the key and get out. Down to 6 HP. Again, both runners looking for the 120k level up. Fierce will hold off on healing for now. This is a nice setup for a potential grind, though. Does get one. Nice. Really caught up on points just off of that enemy layout there. And then entering 51, Fierce will get the level up here. Assuming they do the strat here. Wheels will pick up a Mighty Tonic here from Flynn. Nice, there we go. Fire Burst drop from Wheels. We'll opt to let that one go. Does have a couple Turtley Leafs holding on to. Might be using those. And some of the higher damage rooms. Oh my goodness, the Clubba. Alright, down to 2 HP. Okay. Should be alright here. Yeah. Clear pathway to the door there. Gonna use the herb, that should be, yep, 5 HP. Honestly, if Wheels can get to 51, that will get a level up. So not too far off here. Another Clubber room here for Fierce. I had a great time in this room in my tournament match earlier. And by that, I mean I got a last key. First key, 55. Ice Storm drop for Wheels. Gonna pick that up. I think that is the first Ice Storm for Wheels, I think. So should be good for room 98 now. Fierce in the first Dark Brew room. Nice. Gets the key. Really well played room there for Fierce. Alright. 58. Obviously the Amazing Daisy room. Gets a couple extra points there. Gets the key. And we'll be out. There we go. We'll absolutely take that. Wheels also did get the 120k level up. I forget if I mentioned that or not. Good key there. Wheel's gonna bait for another heal drop. Unfortunately got the dried shroom, which is not too useful unless you get poisoned, but usually if you're getting poisoned, you will be able to get some type of heal. So, Wheel's using the first Turley Leaf in this room. Unfortunately ran out just before getting hit there, but does pretty much make it so you only get hit for 1 damage in these rooms. Honestly, this is a pretty good room to use it in. Just because there is, like, there can be so many projectiles in these rooms. Unfortunate Dull Bones placement, or Dry Bones, or whatever they call it. Just complete edge guard. Looks like will be one of these keys. Get a Thunder Rage drop for Wheels, which already did have the Ice Storm, so might be able to use one of those items on 86 or somewhere else in the run. Alright, so room 63 here for Fierce. It's another Clubba room. Clubbas and Boomerang Bros down to 5 HP. Wheels will be starting the 50s, going to 51. Fierce down to 2, but will heal. Those Boomerang Bro projectiles will do 3 damage. Their body damage will do 2. Clubbas will do 3. Wheels looking to get a bunch of points here. Does already have the key. Unfortunately, that Tyloid there for Fierce is all the way on the right side. Wheels down to 4. Closing in on the 160k level up. Which Fierce actually has the 160k level up there. Wheel's still about, like, 11,000 away from it. Great first key there in this room for Fierce. '67, another Longator room. Longators and Longadiles, I think. I think that's what they're called. supposed to be alligator, crocodile. Alright, 68 for Furious, 54 for Wheels. Wheels on another Clubber Room. Down to 4 HP. Obviously, we'll have to be a little careful here. Gets a hot sauce drop, which is really nice. Quite a few items to work with moving later into the pit. That is... Okay, nice. Very nicely done. That is just unfortunate edge guarding there. Furious just gonna let these Koopa Strikers... I think it's the last one in the top left, unfortunately. Yeah. Okay. Last key there. It's pretty unfortunate. Wheel's still alive. Is about 4,000 away, under 4,000. With 4 HP. We'll have to probably play it by room, pretty much. Furious starting the 70s. Still on pretty good PB pace for Furious. Does get the 160k level up there for Wheels. Very nice Super Boomer there. Key right in front of the door. Wheels is on the Amazy Daisy room here in 58. First key 74 there for Furious. Okay, nice. Gets a pretty nice key there. Doesn't have to worry about the Amazy Daisy. .75 is the Rough Puff room. Those projectiles unfortunately do 4 damage. Their body damage will only do 2, I believe. There we go. About a second to last key there for Furious. Down to 11 HP. The next level up is at 200k. Gonna place Boomer again. You could stun... Oh my goodness, 6 damage. Okay. Alright, down to 5 HP. We'll have to be a little careful. There might be one more. Okay, I think we're actually good. Yeah, those white boom boxers there on the bottom, their projectiles will do 6. Furious is going to take it safe. Yeah, has heals to play with there, so not gonna worry about it. Oh, Wheels just got... I don't even know what happened there. Use the hot sauce. This should do pretty much, yeah, insta-kill for these guys. Wheels, unfortunately, took 4 damage on, like twice in a row on the same frame or something like that. It was pretty much just added up to 8 damage right away, and that's really, really unfortunate. Took 4 damage again. Okay, yeah, Fierce switching to Throw. Does get the first hit, gonna get the second, hopefully, if he flies back down. Oh, dude. these enemies are so annoying. Yeah, looks like the, Okay, now, dude. Okay, Fierce is actually getting trolled. That's crazy. Wheels down to 1 HP will heal. I believe that was a Clubber Room, yeah. Wheels still has a couple heals left. Alright, so Fierce is going to start out the 80s. Does get a Flim, not going to worry about it. I don't know if Fierce has a Ice Storm or Thunder Rage. Unfortunate, just trying to get that hit on the Tyloid there. This Pigarhythm is trolling. There we go. And Fierce with the 200k level up as well. Some more Magiblots in this room. Wheels down to 3. Still has a couple Shroom Shakes left, so should be alright going to 200. This will be 67 for Wheels. I believe this is 83 for Fierce. So Fierce obviously looking for one of the Spanias to have the key here. There's 4 opportunities. Does get it. Very nice. Dealing with those Schlorps is not fun. Alright, so 85. Unfortunately does get poison there, but poison enemies will drop items unless they have the key, as you see there. Fierce is just gonna use that, get rid of the poison. Trying to find the door, I think it's up top. There it is. Nice. That's still a pretty good room. Obviously, the annoying room. 86. Gonna go for Super Boomer here. Nice, there we go, there's the key. Doors on the top floor. Gets a Fire Burst drop, that could be nice for the Rocktail fight. I believe this still might be on a nice PB pace for Fierce. I will check after the 80s are done here. First key, very nice. Gonna get out of this room pretty quick. 89 is the Shell Shock room. Little bit of a mini Super Boomer there for Wheels. Gets the key. Almost at the 200k level up as well. So this room, the Shell Shock that we picked up in Bestovius' house, will be used here. Just to wipe out a bunch of enemies. Does get the key, gets the 250k level up. And we'll be out. This is, yeah. So about exactly a minute ahead of Fierce's current PB, which I believe is at 124.52. So looking to be 123.50 pace. Potentially. We will see how the 90s go. That room is pretty good. These ninjas are just very annoying to deal with. Okay. If you hear me meowing into the mic, I do apologize. Hello. Ah, it's unfortunate last key there for Fierce. Yeah, actual wave dashing. Got an egg drop, though. That's solid. Alright, does get the key there. This 90 split for Fierce is comparing against a gold, a 332 segment. So I'm not sure what the pace is looking like currently. Obviously has a minute to play with as well. Ah, just so unfortunate having to flip there. I think it's a last key. Second to last key. There we go. Alright, Will's starting out the 80s. Fierce is about halfway through the 90s here. Yeah, Fierce will need a... definitely need a good 95 here. Nice, gets the key. That honestly could do it. We'll see. We'll see how the other rooms go. Yeah, that was a very good 70s for Wheels. Wheels is actually back ahead of their PB. It's a very good key for Fierce there in this room. There's only 4 enemies, but still nice to get a first key. 97. Alright, so 2 rooms to go. I do not know if Fierce has an item. I believe Fierce got some item for this room. Okay, did not. I lied. Definitely looking for a first key here. Unfortunately, does not get it. Can still do it with like a second key, maybe a third. Ah. Okay, gets it third key. It's about still 20 seconds ahead leaving this room. We'll have to get a pretty quick key here. This is a nice setup. Magiblots gets the key. Will be out ahead. On PB pace. Ahead by 4 seconds, exactly. Two ghost shrooms. Or zombie shroom. Yeah, ghost shrooms. Whatever that item is. Just 2 drops. That's so funny. On to 86 here for Wheels. Does have a couple extra items here, so we'll use the Thunder Rage. It's a nice item to use. This should make the Koopa Trolls one shot. Does get a first key though, so not gonna worry about any of that. Just gonna get to the door and get out. That's really good for Wheels. Very good key there as well for Wheels. Oh, Fierce actually accidentally using the pointer. There we go. Does have 1 fire burst. They'll save a little bit of time here. Gonna switch to Peach and probably get the other 5 hits. Wheels gets the key and is out. Oh, Fierce gets hit for 10. Does have an extra heal if needed, but just has to avoid getting... Oh my god, please, Fierce! Oh my god! Down to 1 HP, gonna use the egg. Okay. Gets the float. Alright, we're almost there. We're almost there. Okay, okay, was able to get a second jump there. Nice. I think that'll do it. I think. It'll be pretty close, but that should do it. Wheels is also 2.5 minutes ahead out of the 80s, which is big. Yep, GG's to Fierce. That will do it. It is a 124.48 on Fierce's timer. And that is a PB by 3 seconds. So GG's. Very, very nice run. The 90s, unfortunately, did not go too well. Had a couple set of rooms earlier, like the 20s and 30s weren't particularly great, but outside of that, that was a very, very solid run all around. So GG's to Fierce. And meanwhile, in the 90s, Wheels might be cooking up a big PB. I will switch audio here. But just got a first key there in 93. Gets a shooting star drop. I will we'll switch to our next layout and pay out the prediction when I can. There we go. Yeah, insert hardest room in the pit joke. Right there. And Wheels does have an ice storm here for the red chomps. Nice, gets the key. Top left door, unfortunately. Final room, just a ton of Magiblats. Gets the key. Just trying to find the door. And we'll be out. We'll be a gold 3.5 minutes ahead. Love to see that. This should be a 131, I believe. Yep, GG's Furious. So Furious will be moving on, which I will update the bracket right now. So yeah, Furious will be moving on into round 2, and we'll have a match with Damage Dude. And Wheels obviously not out of it yet. Wheels moving backwards. But yeah, Wheels will have a match in Losers Round 1, and we'll play Nintensive. And the winner of that will go play Justin. So we got a ton of the Losers Round matches coming up in the next week or so. It should be a lot of fun. Gonna go for the strat. Oh, almost got it. Does get it. Let's go, dude. Awesome. Great stuff from Wheels. What a move. Adding on more time saved to the PB. There it is. GG's. Congratulations on the massive PB. Always love to see 2 PBs from both runners. That's a lot of fun. Down the pipe we go. It'll be a 1:31:10 officially on Wheels timer. That is a 4-minute, 6-second PB. Very nicely done. GG's once again to both runners. So as mentioned, Fierce will be moving on. Wheels will have another opportunity to play in Losers Round 1 with Nintensive. And we will be back tomorrow night. We're done for today. But we'll be back tomorrow night. Same time as this match, 8 p.m. Eastern start time. And we will have the final round 1 match of Manta and Druz, which should be a lot of fun. So I hope to catch you there. GG's. GG's once again. Doing practice? I'll go ahead and raid Druz. If I can find the stream. Wait, hold up. If I can find the stream. Wait, hold up. Why am I hearing my voice twice, please? Why am I hearing my voice? Okay, yeah, I see. I see this. Just making sure I have the right channel here. Okay. So we're gonna raid Druz. And we will be back tomorrow to watch Druz and Manta play, and I will see you all then. GG's once again, Furious and Wheels on the PVs. And we will catch you guys later. Take care. Have a great rest of your night, guys. Peace.